Yo, what's good, YouTube? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for being such loyal listeners and viewers to the show. You guys have watched this show going from this to that and this to that.
Don't do me.
I'm here to say, going forward, we will be having some changes to your viewer experience. If you want to watch the entire episode of So Shameless, you will have to become a Patreon member. You go to patreon.com/So Shameless Podcast, and you can see us every week, I believe every Monday or every Sunday on YouTube, every Monday on Patreon. Otherwise, we will be giving you snippets, I think the mids and the shorts and the things like that you'll be able to see on your YouTube channel. But to see the full episode as per Dodge's instruction.
Yes, I did that. You can ask me about it. I'll explain it. It's fine. I'm here for us.
Patreon.com/So Shameless Podcast for those of you who want to see us. And for the rest of y'all, peace.
I personally would not want to be in a relationship with somebody that wants to control what I'm doing as if I have no autonomy as a fucking adult. And no, I'm not going to test you and give you all of these things and be like, oh, I think less of you now because you allowed me to do blah. Like, that's this shit don't sound crazy to y'all?
Listen, I personally don't understand. You know, the lead thing, you know, men are supposed to lead. I think there's a very traditional relationship that she's speaking about, mindset that she's speaking about. Me personally, I think that's where she's coming from, and I don't think that a lot of today's women adhere to that mindset. But I do think that they take from other spaces in that mindset, and the things that work for them or the things that benefit them, they like. The things that don't, they're like, no, that's archaic. No, you know, it's control.
The only thing I said on this podcast for the last 2 days is I don't want to be with nobody that polices my fun. I haven't said shit else.
Where does that come from?
No, because you're talking about control and leading and this traditional standpoint of basically a man telling a woman what she can or should and should not do. That's what you just said, and you said it doesn't work for a lot of traditional women or a lot of women of now. And I feel like my larger point is getting lost in translation. Whereas in my relationship, if my man tells me that he doesn't think something is a good idea, I might take heed to the fact that he would say that something is not a good idea. All I'm saying is lead. You want to lead? Go ahead. You want to make the decisions? Go ahead. Just don't police my free time. Don't police my fun time. Don't police my time when I am an individual in a moment hanging out. Like, I don't need a laundry list of rules and titles and expectations put upon my head when I'm trying to go out, because for all that, I would just stay in a fucking house. Like, that's all I'm saying. So 2 things can coexist at the same time. I'm not saying disrespect your man and not think about or take heed to anything that he wants or feels or any type of expectations he has for the trajectory of your relationship. Just don't fucking police my fun.
Do you think there's an appropriate time to come home?
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
So you don't think that's like fun policing to an extent?
Compared to what y'all just said to me yesterday? Hell no.
Well, that was today.
No, that was yesterday's show.
Oh. No, yeah, but it was still today.
But it came out yesterday.
Yeah. I know, but it was still fucking 10 minutes ago. I'm joking.
I'm sorry I'm adhering to the new rule. You see when you adhere to men?
Tron, what do you think about this?
I mean, like I said before, I don't like the game shit. I don't like tests and games. Don't try to see how I'm gonna respond and then you want the opposite and all of that. Like, nah.
Can testing your partner, is there anything positive that can happen from that?
I think tests should come naturally, organically. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you're gonna go through certain experiences. You're gonna see how they respond. You're gonna ask them how they think, You could ask them hypotheticals. How would you respond in this situation? That's how you get the answer. You don't create little silly ass tests, especially if you're acting as if you want something, but you really want something else. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I just wonder if if I know you're entering into a situation, and I don't say up front, don't do this, don't do that, right? Because I'm assuming that you're going to behave a certain way. And then when you do it, I have a problem with it. Even if I knew I didn't want you to do it in the beginning, is that like testing? Mm-hmm. It is, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm also trusting you. I'm also
you're trusting me to make the decision that you want me to make. Yeah. And if I don't make the decision you want me to make, it's a problem.
Well, wasn't that better than me outlining rules or boundaries beforehand?
Or how about you don't place any of your projections on top of me as a person and trust the fact that I have autonomy to make my own decisions.
So what I said was, when something I know made me uncomfortable, you got into a situation, I trusted you going into the situation. There are things in that situation that I knew could make me uncomfortable, and then you do it, and then I tell you those things make me uncomfortable. How is that projecting? I'm literally speaking to my partner.
So
shouldn't I do that?
I don't understand that though. Because if you knew that there was a possibility of something that was going to happen to make you feel uncomfortable, and you did not forewarn your partner and be like, hey, you about to go to fucking Cancun.
Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. Because forewarn is another word for giving rules.
No, it's not.